If you've been around Warframe long enough, you might have seen a player with a landing craft so ugly it probably belongs in a Grenier art gallery. This is a landing craft glitch. Take a paint job from one ship, slap it on another ship, and see what happens. There's no gameplay advantage to this, and even after pulling it off, the results are only visible for 4 or 5 seconds while loading a map, but the results are fun nonetheless. You can even use it to apply skins to the Nightwave, which doesn't have any natively other than the default. Now, before we get started, Digital Extremes, if you're watching this video is going to talk about a bug. Hold on, wait, close that Jira board. No, exit out of Trello, sign out of Linear or whatever sprint planning software you're using, just hear me out. This bug is one of those organic, quirky pieces of knowledge that has gained a cult following in the community over the years, and its inclusion is one of the details that makes Warframe charming. So charming, in fact, that not only did I record this video, but I also recorded every single possible skin applied to every single possible landing craft in the game, except for the parallax, because that was released while I was recording this. Now, this bug has been patched out of the game a few different times. I always figured it was long since dead and gone until I found a player with a Nightwave that had been repainted, and I realized it must be possible somehow. I turned around and experimented for an hour or two until I actually found something that worked. I'm not really sure that I want to upset the powers that be, but whatever, here goes. The TLDR version. Equip the ship that you want to repaint, and then exit the menu so that changes are applied. Go back into the menu and equip the donor skin, and then before leaving this menu, click the recipient landing craft once to preview it, and then Alt F4 to close the game. And that's about it. The way this works is the game only keeps track of the last skin you selected and the last ship you selected. When you force quit early, the game doesn't really care about details and just saves the last 2 things it saw in each of those slots. As mentioned before, I recorded a complete guide of every single skin applied to every single landing craft, and so I'll put a link in the comments or in a title card or something. It'll be somewhere around here. The intro to that video has a showcase of some of the stranger side effects of using this bug if you want to hear more about that sort of thing. Anyhow, thanks, and I hope you found this useful.